All right, just got caught up on JJK Modula, and I don't know. I don't know if I like their grand plan. It's given Infinite Tsukuyomi. It's given Utopia, where everyone can live their best lives. I don't. It's something I've been thinking about in the main series of JJK when this was even brought up in the first place of how to, how to fix the world and change sorcerers dying to kill cursed monsters. And I don't know if getting rid of negative energy altogether is the way to go. It just never sat right with me. It doesn't. I feel like we're trying to go back in time to stop Eve from eating the apple, and we're just kind of babyfying society. I don't. I think we're gonna dive into it the next chapter. You just kind of like shed light on it. He even like brings it up that like, hey, bro, we're kind of doing some fuck shit right now. I just want you to know this. This is not cool, and it's probably gonna end up being bad. But I'll take all that pressure, and that's strike two for me. Honestly, I don't like the fact that you just gonna go ahead and take this burden and put this pressure on his back to save humanity. I get that he's making a choice, but it's a choice made to better the world of JJK. And you can kind of like shed light on like they're really more like focused on Japan, and I think that's more of a social commentary because if you look at it in Japan, like it's definitely more conservative, and you definitely have more of that. Respect your elders, keep quiet, keep your head down, keep working, don't ever dishonor your family, and that's the route they can always go down. I mean, it's a cultural thing, and they're not as progressive as much as you hate to say it. America's like outrageously progressive compared to Japan. And this is why I love Hikari, because Hikari was that embodiment of like being progressive and indulging in that capitalist society where he's like a small business owner. He has his like film boy, he has his things. He's just like living a great life. And look, and if you guys not fucking with it, it's okay, because I'll be okay by myself. And I really like that about him. And I think he had the right message of having the sorcerer world imbued into just government in general. Because if you think about it, like when these cursed spirits are born, they're born from people that are basically just like not dealing with their problems. Basically, a typical person that doesn't go to therapy, and if something irritates the shit out of them, they just bottle it down and just not worry about it. And that's what happened. It like leaks out, and you got a cursed spirit. And just think about how many kids, sorcerers, have died because some company didn't give this guy that worked at a job for like 15 years this promotion. And like in just like all those 15 years of him just grinding and just getting shit on and dogged on, creates this fire breathing turtle that kills a dozen of innocent people and a handful of sorcerers over a fucking job, over a salary job, is insane. So I think a good compromise, instead of just getting rid of cursed energy, is to imbue those teachings that sorcerers are getting in general, just globally, instead of just trying to handle everything on the back end and just do everything, because that's the problem with like sorcerers in general. Like it must be tough just dealing with everyone else's problems and have to deal with yours too. It's rough. It's rough out there, bruh. I don't want that for anyone. Of course, the strongest is always gonna be lonely. You're already living a lonely fucking career. It's not cool. I don't know. Just and I think, yeah, again, I think Yuji is going to dive into why the like we're gonna dive into the rabbit hole of why, like, the bad sides of why this is probably isn't a good idea and why he said this is a great sin. Because you get Mauro at the end just going like absolutely shocked because he's a kid, you know. That you just like he's an old guy. He's like 90 years old, right? He has nothing but wisdom. But Mauro is like he's a kid. He's a child, right? Of course he's gonna have these ambitious goals and dreams, and not fully think through. Like he's like, yeah, dude, this will fix everything, right? And you know, Yuji's been through some shit. He's like, I don't think so, youngster. Yeah, I'll let you know. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the next chapter is gonna go, as far as like he's gonna explain why cursed spirits would be born anyways. I'm curious myself. I just don't know how that works, since like there won't be any negative energy, but maybe because you can't completely get rid of negative energy, it has to be born. It has to go somewhere, maybe. So I don't know how that's gonna go. We'll see. I just wanted to get on here and yap. The whole just getting rid of negative energy altogether just never really sat right, especially with Maki opening up in the last chapter talking about it. I don't really know how different my life would have been even if I didn't take out the Zenin clan, because eventually it seemed like it would have happened, and which it would have. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Just the balance doesn't sit right there. It's like going to the gym, and because to build muscle, you have to rip through muscle fibers, which is, I guess, a negative, but you get it back twofold. Who knows, man? I don't know. Just wanted to get on and yap, just talk about it. Just don't think it's a great idea. Don't think that's gonna be the end game or what Gege is trying to figure out. It doesn't ever seem like he would ever take the route of, oh yeah, we're just gonna fix the problem. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a little bit more complex, a lot more impressive, a little less. Let's press this button and then everything's gonna be okay. Unless he's gearing up for another spinoff. Let's call it, I don't know, JJK Modulo, extra super duper extreme. Who knows? I don't know. Get your bag, man. Get your money. But yeah. Anyways.